Without further ado, oh man, the things I do for this YouTube channel. 42. That's the fastest I've ever went on an e-bike before. You're going way too fast. You must feel comfortable. You're going like 30 plus.
I wasn't even on low side.
God, oh. Some pretty sharp corners because the bike is so small and it turns really easily.
What's up, y'all? So I received what might be the best moped style e-bike that I received this year. I say that because this is the first moped style e-bike that I received that has a 60 volt battery with 18 amp hours. It has a 750 watt motor, but it has a 2000 watt peak. That 2000 watt peak means, at least they say, this bike can go up to 40 miles per hour. So the name of this bike is the Freego Shotgun F2 Pro Max. This also comes in a Pro version, which only has a 48 volt battery. So we're going to be unboxing this. I'm going to be unboxing this with my brother and fellow e-bike connoisseur, Tayo, who like moped style e-bike. Now, our issue with moped style e-bike is a lot of times you cannot adjust the seat. And I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. My brother is
6 foot.
He's not 6 foot. He's like 5'8" on a good day. 5'9".
I'm 5'10" on a good day.
But a lot of times, because you can't adjust the seat, like you using these moped style e-bikes, your knees are coming almost up to your chest when you pedal. But this e-bike seems a little longer than your average moped style e-bike. Like you can scoot back on the seat, it looks like, and maybe that'll prevent our knees from coming up so high when we're using it. Now this bike weighs 112 pounds. Maximum weight of the rider is 330 pounds. To purchase this e-bike, feel free to use my link and my code in the description below to get a discount. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox this, go through all the features, and we're going to test out the range. I think the range is like 50 plus miles to charge, but we're going to test that out. Test out the speed. I do think this bike has all-terrain tires, so we might go on-road and off-road. And see, is this the best moped style e-bike that I've gotten this year? I am still doing the e-bike giveaway. I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers. That's when I give the e-bike away. If you want to be included in that giveaway, you have to comment below on what type of e-bike you would like a moped style e-bike like this, or like a commuter style e-bike, a folding bike. And you have to be subscribed to the channel.
Yo, bastard, they be like, yo.
This is what the bike looks like fresh out the box. I think it was packaged probably a little too well, you know what I mean? It took us a lot to get the bike out the box because there was so much foam in there. But it looked like it was rolled a little bit, maybe. Maybe they test rolled it before they put it in the box, I'm not sure. It actually came with a trunk installed on the front of the bike. That motor?
Hey, look at that thing, man.
I know it's a little bigger than the motors we normally get, right?
Is this where the 40 miles an hour comes from?
Yeah, I guess so. And this is a 20x4 Arison. I think this is more of like a street tire, not really an all-terrain tire. It's not like super slick, but it's not as grippy as an all-terrain tire would be, and it's kind of flat, you know what I mean? We're also going to have to put our handlebar on, which is already attached via wires. Of course, we have to put this dirt bike looking headlight on. The bike also came with a box, so now let's see what's in the box. Oh no, we have to put our disc brake on? No way. Looks like we got a quick start guide for the e-bike. Are we gonna have to put the front brake on? Okay, they're just extra brake pads. Alright, cool. Whew. Some hexagon wrenches that I can actually use. Longer hexagon wrenches. A couple of regular wrenches in there too. Pedals, which are labeled. Got this phone stand that you can use, and our battery charger to charge our 60 volt battery.
Look, One gear.
One gear?
One gear.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
Man. First thing we're gonna do is put our disc brake on, then we're gonna put our front wheel on. We didn't see that axle. The axle was already in the front wheel here, so. We have a short washer here. We have a longer washer on this side of the wheel that does not have the brake on it. So I wonder where the front fork is gonna sit. I'm thinking that both of these washers go inside the front fork. So bro, what you think of the fit, man?
This seat is hard, man.
Oh, is it?
Seat a little bit hard.
It's not comfortable? What about the room, the amount of room you got on the bike?
Yeah, what you want me to pedal like this?
So we got this bike put together, only took us about 30 minutes. This is a pretty standard size moped style e-bike. It's about 5 feet 6 inches from wheel to wheel. The seat is about 2 feet 9 inches from the floor. The handlebar, which is kind of adjustable, you can adjust the angle. Where we have it at now is like 3 feet 8 inches from the floor. I think what's not standard though is the seat area. You have about 3 feet 2 inches. Perhaps that is why this bike comes with a footrest that you could use for a passenger. But I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. I doubt if I'm short enough to ride with a passenger, but still nice to have that option. I'm hit or miss on these Aerosun street tires just because I like my tires to have a little bit more grip to them. And we did take a bike on a bike ride. We couldn't help ourselves, but a short one though. But I think this is an interesting looking moped style e-bike, especially with having such a flat and long surface for your seats. But I think it's an interesting looking bike. Let me know what y'all think. Look at that suspension. And I've had this suspension on a few other e-bikes before. Almost always delivers. Give y'all a look at this rear suspension. We also have a motorcycle style front fork suspension where you could adjust the compression. So if you want to lock out your suspension, you can turn it that way. Let's say you're on a flat surface. You want to open up your suspension, you can turn it that way. Give y'all a look at this front suspension. I love this headlight setup. Never had this setup on an e-bike before. Get a look at our rear and front 203 millimeter di-island hydraulic brakes. This seat is kind of like a clothy kind of material, and it seems a little firm, so we'll see. This seating area is about 2 feet 5 inches long and about 6.5 inches wide. Bike came with this front trunk already installed that has some pockets in it. Look at that. I think most e-bike should give you some type of storage area on the bike because they are making these e-bikes to try to replace your car for some commutes. We have these hard, rubbery, but kind of ergonomic handlebar grips. We have this feature that I love and that I think all hydraulic brake e-bikes should have, which is the ability to change how tight your hydraulic brakes are. Again, we don't have a gear shifter at all, so we're going to see what that's like. This bike did come with a set of keys. That's what you keep hearing clinking up against this headlight. You can put the keys in this battery, and you can take this battery out. Turn the bike on. You do have an on and off switch that you would have to make sure that that's on before you can turn the bike on. Charge your bike. You can charge this battery while it's on the bike if you want. You don't have to remove it if you don't want to. And looks like the battery also has a USB charger that you can use to charge your phone. So we're not going to turn our really standard G51 display on. I've had this on like several e-bikes in the last 4 years. So this is really standard. We're going to press and hold the M button. And that turns our, again, very standard display on. On our panel here we have a horn. I click this button here. That turns my unique looking headlight on, but it seems pretty bright. And our rear light on. And that rear light is also a brake light. Now if I click this button, that turns my turning signal on the back of the bike. We have a thumb throttle for throttle only. Look at some of the basic items on our display. Looks like we have our odometer. If I click this M button, I'll get more information. That goes to our trip mileage. How many miles have we ridden on our last bike ride? I think that resets every time you turn the bike off. How long has the bike been on for? This display usually has a lot of advanced settings, like definitely over 8. So what I'm going to do now is go to another e-bike that had the same display, and I'll go through the advanced settings that was on that bike since they share the same display. Now to go into our advanced settings, we're going to press and hold the plus and the minus button. Now this is a G51 LCD display, and so what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below that will show you all the advanced settings. You do have like over 15 settings. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through some of them. Now to go from one setting to the next, you're going to click the M button. If you see a setting that you want to change, you're going to press plus or minus, and then you're going to again click M to go to your next setting. So P1 is your LCD display brightness. P02 is if you want to calculate speed by miles per hour or kilometers. P04 is your off time. So how long will it take for your bike to turn off automatically. P05 is how many pedal assist modes do you want. We're going to keep it at 5. P08 is your limit speed. So how fast can the bike go? What's the maximum speed? And this is in kilometers. Ain't no way. Yeah, right. I mean, let's put it to 80 kilometers. P11, I think, is a really important feature. This is your pedal assist sensitivity. You want to be able to determine how much pedal assist you get. And I think the higher you go, the least sensitive it is. I think going down makes it more sensitive. P12 is your pedal assist starting intensity. So this helps you govern when your pedal assist starts. Does it send you flying? Or does it start gradually? You can dictate that with this. And I think 5 means the most intense. Unfortunately, some of these advanced settings were locked out on this bike, but I was able to change the limit speed, the pedal assist sensitivity, and the takeoff speed. We're going to now test out these Aerostar tires, go through some gravel, see just how slick. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Not really, I guess. You can definitely tell that this is not an all-terrain tire, but it's not as slick as I thought it would be actually. Actually has some grip to them. Let's brake here. All right. Way better than I thought it was going to be, okay? A little bit of grip on the tires. These tires are definitely way more grippy than I thought they were. So I would be doing some leaning. I feel pretty comfortable leaning on this bike. But I would say if it's any type of moisture on the road, I would not be leaning on in this e-bike because of the tires, you know what I mean? But because this bike is low to the floor, it handles really well. It has a wide handlebar. I feel comfortable leaning on this bike if the ground is dry. But we're not going to go off-road. Man, this bike is fast. We're not going to go off-road with some hills, test out the tires, but mainly test out the suspension in the front and the back. And I'll say so far so good. Go up here. Goodness.
A little bouncy suspension in the back for sure. That one bounced me off the seat there. But okay. Not bad. So far not bad. Keep going here. Not bad, okay. Alright, yeah, the suspension is decent. I'll say definitely better than average. And actually mainly because of the suspension in the front. Suspension in the front I think is taking the brunt of a lot of it and kind of easing up a lot of the bumps that I get in the suspension in the back. So yeah, this is pretty good. The suspension in the back is really bouncy though. Like it really rebounds quickly. So yeah, I think this is a decent suspension for a moped style e-bike. It's not the best one I've had, but I would say it's probably in the top, maybe top 6. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I get a suspension maybe like a, let me see. I give it like an 8. So before I talk about the pedal assist on this bike, I do want to remind y'all that I can't adjust the gears. So I don't have several gears that I can shift through, but I can adjust the pedal assist sensitivity and the takeoff speed. But I didn't touch anything. This is how the bike rides fresh out the box. And fresh out the box, mode 1 is pretty decent. Looks like mode 1 takes me up to 16 miles per hour. I still feel like my pedal is being considered in mode 1. So that's good. So I guess if you want to get a workout in, you can use mode 1. Let's go ahead and brake here. Great brakes. Let's now do pedal assist mode 3. Now in mode 3, keep in mind I don't have any gears. But mode 3, right away it sends me flying. You can see that. And mode 3 goes pretty fast. Like I'm at what, 28, 29, and I'm ghost pedaling immediately. And kind of brakes here. Really great brakes though. But yeah. But I think way too much pedal assist out the box. But again, you can adjust it. So now I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. Usually I cannot use moped style e-bikes where you can't adjust the seat because my knees are coming way too high when I pedal. You know what I'm saying? But I could probably use this e-bike because I have so much room that I can scoot back. So much room up here. And so that means my knees don't come as high. And I can also rotate the handlebar to be closer to me. So I can do this e-bike. And because the e-bike is so comfortable, I thought the seat would be, you know, more uncomfortable than it is, but it's not bad. I've been on this bike for 45 minutes. I don't have any discomfort using this seat. And this bike is pretty stable, like not so stable where I feel like I can use my hand. I guess I could have used a little bit, but I have to balance quite a bit. But so we're not gonna go max speed pedal assist, and I'm gonna go kind of gradual on the pedal assist. I might not be able to hit it because I don't have a gear. So that means I'm gonna try to ghost pedal it till I get to the max speed, because I can't catch up with the motor, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try, y'all, you know. Again, the things I do for this YouTube channel, right? But let's see. All right, I'm try to gun it here, 25, 20, 30. Let's try again. It's the car. I'm not gonna take
No.
All right, here's our straightaway. I'm gonna try my best. Okay, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 34, 36, 37, 38. My goodness. Wow. Yeah, I didn't want to keep doing that pedal on the turn. Just not used to the bike yet, and because of the tires. So definitely felt like I could get up to 40 miles per hour, if not more. So we're not gonna go max speed, throttle only, but I would like to say if this bike does go over 36 miles per hour, I'll recommend that you get a motorcycle license. And I am gonna gradually go up to the max speed because of the tires. If it does go over 36 miles per hour, get some more grippy tires, maybe even all-terrain tires, but something with some more grip on them. Without further ado, max speed, throttle only. All right. Keeping both hands on the handlebar for sure. Got up to 30 quick, boy. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 40, fastest I've ever went on an e-bike before. I almost hit 43 miles per hour. God, no, this is a motorcycle, right? But 42 miles per hour max speed, throttle only. Now I would say, if you get more grippy tires, of course, this is a great bike for the street, you know, because the seat is comfortable enough. You have a lot of area that you can use to go up and scoot back on your seat. You have all the bells and whistles you need for the street, you know, dual suspension, headlight, rear light, turn signals, horns, and because it has some size to it, you know, it's very comfortable, very easy to control. So because of that, I do think this will be a great bike for street riding. Not encouraging you to do that, but if you did want to use your bike for the street, which is what I think they really made this bike for. I think they made this bike for you to like take to work, take to run errands, because the pedal assist, you know, the pedal assist is really highly sensitive. So I think they don't really want you to be getting a workout on this bike. You know, you can make those changes to try to get a workout in, but I think they made this bike more for street riding and for urban areas. And I say that because the bike is pretty compact. And it's pretty easy to maneuver. Like, it's really easy to move around. It's not so heavy where I feel like it's hard for me to avoid people and things. So I think this is a great bike for urban areas as well. So we're not gonna do max speed, throttle only, up a hill. This is a pretty steep hill, about a 35, 40 degree hill, and the hill has a turn on it. So I do wish I had some more grippy tires to do this test. But damn, going to the hill, we're at 34 miles per hour, and I'm trying to gauge how fast I go because of the tires. All right, we're going to the steepest part of the hill now. 34. 31. 30. 30. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the fastest uphill I've ever done on an e-bike. I only lost like 4 miles per hour going uphill. This is the motorcycle.
Freego Thunder moped style e-bike. What I like about this bike is the speed. By far the fastest e-bike that I've reviewed on this channel. I went over like 42 miles per hour. I also like the suspension and the comfort. I also like all of the bells and whistles, headlight, rear light, turn signals, a horn. The fact that you can adjust your pedal assist sensitivity as well as your takeoff speed on your display. 2 things I don't like about this bike. Number 1 is it only has 1 gear. So when you're going those high speeds, it makes it hard to kind of gauge how fast you need to pedal. Another thing I did not like about the e-bike was the battery life. I went on a 15-16 mile bike ride, mainly in mode 3. I spent 2 miles going max speed pedal assist. I spent 1 mile going max speed throttle only. In that 15-16 miles, I lost 2 out of 5 battery bars. So I think that's more like 35-40 miles per charge based on my bike ride. So definitely an interesting take on moped style e-bikes with this long seat area and the speed, right? So on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this e-bike an 8. And that's mainly because of the single gear and the battery life. But comment below on what you'll give this bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bike you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.